3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Warbird Wednesday. My name is Fred Bell. We are continuing down trainer lane here, and we're working our way through the 1920s and 30s. And today, we're going to be talking about the Bristol Bulldog, my inveterate assistant. But this is not a Bulldog on my head. This is a Ram. What are we doing here? This, not to mention, we're in the middle of summer, and this thing is basically cooking my noggin. So I'm going to get it off of here. That's a technical term, Jason, cooking my noggin, my videographer here. Now, we're talking about the Bristol Bulldog, although we're going to use a German, a D111A, as the demonstrator aircraft. Now, the Bulldog, its first flight was in 1927. It was introduced in 1929. It was retired in 1937. So unlike some of the types that we're going to talk about, it did not go into the war and get thrown into the war, which a lot of these trainers got thrown into the war as either stopgaps or fighter bombers. We'll talk about some of those. I'll throw up a plan view of this 111. Greg can throw up a plan view of the British Bulldog. It was designed by Frank Barnwell, and it was an unequal span biplane. We've talked about a number of those and the benefits of having that. It was a fly-off between the Bulldog and the Hawker Hawfinch. I think that's how they pronounce it. My English friends, why can't you come up with more creative names? You know, I was looking at a lot of these, and it was a haw and then something else. The Hawker didn't come up with a lot of interesting names for their aircraft. That was in 1927. The Bulldog got the contract primarily because, Jason, it was easier to maintain. Believe that. And that happens a lot with these things. Now, the interesting thing about the Bulldog, it's not a fun fact, but an interesting fact, is Douglas Bader lost both legs in a Bulldog, famed British ace. So the airplane has that kind of not great distinction of taking his legs. It was exported to Australia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Japan, Latvia, Siam, and Sweden. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Finns here in a second. It saw combat. It actually did see a little bit of combat in the Spanish Civil War and in the Finnish Civil War, but remember, it didn't make it to World War II. Both of those were kind of those early conflicts when everybody was kind of testing their equipment, and the Russians were pushing on the one side, and on the other side, the Germans were out field testing a lot of that equipment that they were going to be using in World War II in the Spanish Civil War, but it did not make it to World War II. It did score the first aerial victory by Finland in 1939, if you can believe that. So, and with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break here with this, and we are going to do our salute. And our salute is kind of an off-the-wall one, but it's to the Finns. The Finns, with this airplane, held off the Russians, actually beat the Russians in the field, and then the Russians, similar to the tactics they're using in Ukraine, with just overwhelming human wave attacks, are trying to do the same thing in Ukraine they did to the Finns, which is just wear them out. But to the Finnish soldiers and the Air Force that use the British Bulldog and a lot of other equipment and actually beat the Russians on the battlefield, we salute you. And we're going to do that today with, because they may have had this, Vitamalt Classic. What is this? This is non-alcoholic malt beverage. Ooh, kind of scary. 220 calories. So getting up there in the calorie count. I have no idea what is in this. This is kind of scary. And it has a language underneath, Jason, that I do not know. Are you trying to poison me again? You may be. All right. So we'll go ahead and crack. Oh, nothing. So this could be a botulism bomb. You may be trying to kill me. So to all the Finns and those wonderful armed forces of Finland, we salute you. You did a great job beating back then Stalin and the Soviets. Although it was just a portent of more things to come, we salute you. Jason is loving this. What is that? Oh my word, whatever it is, it's got to be bad. It smells like 5,000-year-old prunes. I'm going to do another sip of this, but only because that's the deal. That is disgusting. It is clearly bad. Whatever it is, it's bad. Oh, my word. Ugh. Okay, but that's the deal. You know, I do two of those. I may pass out here. Now, if you want to amaze your friends, this is our P-51 Bunny shoe. This is a Tuskegee Airman shoe. I actually have these. These are really, they're very comfortable. I love them. And if you want a pair of these, Jason will get out his coloring book and make you a pair out of Converse. No, if you'll click on that link on the channel here, we can go ahead and get one of these actually direct shipped to you from the manufacturer. So click on that link and we'll get that done. This is really, really cool. And Jason, if they click on the link, there's other stuff on the site too. So there's other aircraft on the site, the Spits on the site, like this Spit behind me. A lot of really good stuff. Memphis Belle. So check out the shoes. But if you want one of those, I would do that. Now, the Bulldog it really was a great biplane. It as I said, it was exported all over the place. It was used even after the war started by some of the combatants, the other combatants, for training, although, like I said, it never saw combat in World War II. The U.S. Navy bought two of the aircraft for tests. They lost one in 29. It killed Lieutenant George Cudaby. So, and I hope I'm getting his name right. But he was lost in that accident. There are a couple of them that survive in Finland and the UK. So if you want to see those, and this is what I would say, we're standing in front of a Mark 14 Spitfire in our collection, but the Bristol Bulldog is actually one of the kind of golden age of the British aircraft design. That's when they were really in the teeth of it. Now, if you came across us on Facebook or you came across us on YouTube and you like one take Warbird videos, that's us. The hat and the drink is a deal we did during COVID. We try not to take ourselves too seriously. We get to play with all these cool toys. If you know somebody that would like our work, send them a copy of those videos. We would appreciate that very much. We cannot do all this stuff without your donation. So if you can send us a few bucks, click on the link below. We can always use your money to restore the airplanes. We will put it to good use. Also, if you're teaching the kids at home, go ahead and click on that education link. There are education guides with each one of these videos. They are free. They can either be done as standalone education pieces, or you can teach the kids a whole series of stuff. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Rise to the blessed day, all my fears have gone away. I guess this means I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm ready to fly, ready to fly. Wasn't long ago I shook at the thought of being hooked. But ever since I wrote my